Anyway, the reason I'm doing this video is I wanted to say that I'll be answering questions all day for you today, but overnight you will have seen that we sent you an email and also listed on our Have Fun, Be Safe protocols on carnival.com about booster shots. Now, overnight, I must have had hundreds of comments. I mean, you do not need to have a booster. Yes, we recommend you have one. I've had mine. Lots of you have had yours. But if you do not have a booster, you can still come on your cruise. And these new protocols that we...
Hey everybody, my name's Paul. This is Cindy.
Hi guys.
Our channel's High Seas Paul and Cindy, and tonight we're doing a cruise news topic. Is chit chat about cruise news,
That's right.
So that should be fun. But before we get started, I wanted to give you a little history of our channel. We love cruising. Our channel is all about cruising. So we do cruise vlogs, cruise news, first bites, first sips, and just general port information. And we're kind of known as the information people out there. So if you haven't, guys, check out our channel. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, because we've got a lot of great content coming. And we're getting ready to go on quite a few more cruises, and we've been on a few. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you for watching.
Okay, so let's start out with our chit chat tonight, Paul.
Awesome. What's happening?
A lot's been happening. There was a newsletter that came out in everybody's email that are going to be cruising between now and January 21st, 2022.
So that would fall into us,
and
correct?
guess what? I haven't got the email yet, but I know it'll be coming because sometimes they do it in certain,
Right.
different things they do. So we're going to talk about a lot about the Carnival. It has a lot of new protocols. So
Yep.
Are you ready for all this?
I'm ready for all this. Bear with us, guys. We just do one takes. We just do it off, we just do it off the cuff. We're going to do a one take. We're not going to slice it and dice it. And so we're going to be looking at our information here. So stay tuned, and we got a lot of great information.
Okay, so Carnival did put out there on this newsletter that the first thing that they are going to stop doing is letting people smoke in the casino, not in the bar, because the bar was already cut out earlier. But now you cannot sit at a casino machine or anything at a table, and there's no more smoking.
Wow, that's going to be a hard pill for a lot of people to swallow.
Yeah, so
I'm sorry to hear that.
A lot of people are already, upset because they're limited. They can't smoke because before they can't smoke on the balconies, and they're limited to a certain spot. And they were able to smoke in the casino bar, certain areas, other areas in the bar. So now the casino is shut down for no smoking at all.
So that really limits the area that they can smoke. They've been providing beautiful areas for them out there to smoke, as we've been showing in our vlogs. We always try to give that there for the smokers, but now that really cuts down their smoking area, and I know a lot of people that go to the casino really like to smoke while they gamble. So I feel for you. It's temporary, so hopefully we can get through this pretty quick.
I hope so too, because it's only until January 2022. So
And the Carnival, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the Carnival ships we've been going on lately, they've been doing a great job of having non-smoking and smoking sections.
Yes.
So accommodating both sides, but this is definitely hard to hear there with more COVID restrictions coming. So what else?
And the next thing is we're going to talk about the mask. They did extend it to again till I think it's till March, but I think right now they're just doing the January 31st, 2022.
Right.
To mandate the mask, because now they're really going to be restricted on that.
Right, yeah. So for sure, that's definitely going to be going here in January. And I think I've read that also, that it's going to March 22nd.
Yeah.
And as we go through the video here, guys, we'll put up the information as well. So, we're not going to leave you out there. We always provide the information for everybody. So
they're going to do it right here. I got my little notes here. They're going to, as long as ages 2 and up, you have to wear a mask everywhere on this ship, everywhere.
Even while you're eating and drinking?
That's not that. No, that's not the case.
Right.
But you cannot walk around on the deck with your glass and not have your mask on, because that doesn't count.
Right, yeah.
We've seen a lot of people do that.
Right. So, yeah, these are some definitely, we saw on John Hill's Paige, I'll let you talk a little bit about that.
Well, a lot of people are concerned about the mask and this other thing we're going to talk about here soon.
Okay.
But even outdoors, they're going to recommend you wear a mask if you can't social distance.
So, like at the pools and everything?
That may be put into the factor because a lot of times there's so many people in the pool or in a jacuzzi or spa, whatever you guys want to call it. There's a lot of people in there. So you may have to wear your mask outdoors if you can't social distance.
Wow. Yeah. So do we know for sure if you're going to have to wear it in the pool or?
Right now, there's nothing, but it does say outdoors on the thing, on your contract. It says if you cannot social distance outdoors, you have to wear a mask.
So it sounds like you can still go in the pool without a mask.
As long as you can spread out. But the jacuzzi and spas are a little bit different because everybody's on top of one another. So you want to make sure you don't get into something that there's like 6 people in there. They may come up to you and say, put a mask on. Yeah,
and I noticed when we were on our last cruise on the Carnival Pride, they had lifeguards kind of watching everything out there and watching. But the first sea day was really crowded. So do we want to get into like maybe, some suggestions or what we think, or are we still kind of going through the new rules here?
Well, we don't have a problem with it because we really didn't go into the pools. Paul did go into the jacuzzi, but there was not a lot of people in there.
The first sea day, it was really crowded and I did not go in there. If it's like, where you're shoulder to shoulder or elbow to elbow and it's just packed, I tend to stay away from it.
I think a lot of people were upset because the jacuzzis were not hot.
Yeah, they said it was due to COVID that they didn't have the jacuzzis at the, optimum heat temperature, and it was basically mild bath water. It was probably like in the 70s, almost 80s.
And that turned a lot of people off. They decided not to go into the jacuzzis or spas.
I found it okay, especially on the ports where we enjoyed the ship. It was kind of refreshing, and you still had the, the pressure from the jets and everything. So it was nice, and it was pretty warm out, so I was okay with it.
I'd be able to let more, again, on the Pride, if you're in the comedy club, they say sip and cover, sip and mask, because even if you're drinking, you should sip it and then put your mask on over your nose, of course.
Right.
Because if we don't follow these new protocols, cruising could shut down.
Right. And they're already doing, adding more things. Do you want me to go into the next topic, or you kind of want to go through the official letter there?
Well, again, about this letter that went out yesterday to a lot of cruisers. Now the CDC is recommending for people to get boosters before you go on a cruise ship.
Right. So, but they're recommending.
Recommending it.
It's not mandated. It's not forced. You're not going to have to show it at this point on your, vaccination card. So they're just recommending it.
But usually when the CDC recommends something, just like with the COVID testing, we had 72, then they recommended 48. Carnival followed suit on that. So don't be shocked, guys. It could be mandatory for you guys to get the booster shot.
Now, you cannot get the booster shot until after 6 months after a vaccination, correct?
I think so.
So this is all up in the air. They're just recommending that you get a booster shot. It's nothing mandatory yet. But it's obviously something that we could see coming in the future here.
They said if you get the booster shot, you have to wait 1 week before you go on a cruise. So it's only a 1 week period after you get the booster shot to go on a cruise ship.
Right. So anything else on that letter you want to hit?
No, John Hill, again, did a live video because people went to his Facebook page and just went crazy because a lot of people are concerned, like, where am I going to get a booster shot besides get a COVID shot during the holidays and stuff like that. So,
yeah, I'm sure he had to step in and let them know, hey, it's not mandated. It's not forced yet. It's just a recommendation. And I'm sure the CDC's twisting their arm to make that call.
Well, I'm hoping now that they're doing more of this, protocol, they don't put a lot of people on the ships because that causes too many people in the pools, jacuzzis, certain venues on the ship.
Right. So, yeah, I'm okay with, doing these new CDC calls here, whatever they're calling for. But I don't want to see the ship selling at 90 to 100%. They can't sell at 100% because they have to have rooms for quarantine.
Yes.
So, but on our Pride we went on Thanksgiving weekend, it sold at 90%. The very first sea day, the pools were packed. I mean, really, really crowded. By the time we got out there, I skipped the first sea day, and I was able to enjoy it the rest of the days. But that first sea day was really crowded.
And then even on the deck on the sail away party. I mean, and hardly nobody was wearing a mask.
Yeah, they weren't enforcing the mask on that ship anywhere.
Yeah.
Till about halfway through the cruise there.
Yes.
And I think because some people were probably coming down sick. All of a sudden the entertainer disappeared that we liked, and and we heard that they had the flu going around and on the previous ship, and then all of a sudden about halfway through that cruise, all of a sudden they started having people in areas and by the elevators and starting to push people to wear masks. So, I would like to see them, instead of pushing harder sanctions on, mask and vaccination and boosters and all this, maybe charge a little bit more. I'd be willing to pay a little bit more to go on a cruise that's only 50, 60, max, 70%. Let's kind of push these cruises into smaller crowds now, and then we can social distance a little bit better. So I would definitely be for that. That's where I'd like to see it.
Like Paul said, like on the Carnival Pride, I mean, people would walk into the elevator without a mask and make an excuse. Oh, I forgot it in the cabin, which,
right.
It's
right. And you got 8-10 people in there, and you're like, well, I'll catch the next one. But what does it matter? Basically, I've said it once and I've said it many times. The only real mask that works really, really good is the N95. And that's what all the staff is wearing.
Yeah.
I really feel sorry for them having to wear that. I've worn N95 a couple times, and I don't know, bless their hearts, I don't know how they can do it. That's a tough wear, but it is the proper mask to cut down, because all the other stuff's flying out or going through,
I think a lot of cruise lines went like from 60 to 90 really fast.
Right.
They should have maybe slowed down a little bit, especially around the flu season and, everybody gets, sick down the holidays. They should have just kept it to 60%, on the ship versus 90 something.
Right.
So
Cindy asked me a good question earlier today. She said, if you had to get the booster shot, would you still cruise? And I'm like, well, yeah, I'm in it this far. I might as well. Why stop now? I mean, honestly, I had to get vaccinated to go cruising. I think it's just like the flu. They probably need to just come out with a new, completely different vaccination, because I already knew this vaccination wasn't working in June and July when I saw vaccinated people getting sick at work left and right. And I already knew it was going to be a problem. So there's no, end all be all, but just like the flu, they have to put out a new virus every year. Now they're saying the booster or whatever. I don't believe everything that I hear on that. So.
Then you got to remember, a lot of the ports that we go to, they may not let us get off the ship unless we all get tested to make sure we're all negative to get off the port.
And that just came into effect recently on what ship and what circumstance?
It was on the Carnival Panorama, and I think it was at Cabo. They wouldn't let everybody get off the ship.
Right.
Because they couldn't test them all.
Yeah, and there was quite a few, staff members, crew?
And
right.
Passengers.
So we've been booking, all our cruises on our next few cruises. We've been booking the Carnival excursions. In case something like this happens where we can't get off, we know we'll be taken care of on that.
I'm going to go and search and call these people when I get back home to get my money back. So that's why we booked mainly with Carnival this time.
At this point, yeah. So I would highly recommend, if, we've already got the next few cruises paid for, all that, and we're already booking excursions for it and stuff. And we're just strictly sticking with Carnival right now in case any of this happens where we pull up and they say, nope, sorry, we're not going to let you, off the ship. At least we know we'll be taken care of.
Yes.
So that would be my recommendation. I know sometimes it's a little bit more, and sometimes you get limited on your choices, but it's probably the safe bet right now.
I agree.
Yeah,
I really
absolutely.
Agree. And if you can get maybe a balcony too, in case you spend more time on the balcony without a mask, that's another tip there for you. If you can afford to get a balcony, that's what we did get a balcony because of this, because we want to be able to enjoy our sitting outside, coffee and and room service, and then just enjoy our balcony too.
Right, absolutely. So, and we're not going to have as many wide open spaces on the Dream as we've had on the, on the Mardi Gras, especially,
Very true.
But, so, hey guys, if you haven't, check me out on Instagram, High Seas Paul, High Seas Cindy on Instagram, and check out our Facebook channel, all things cruising, High Seas Friends.
Yes, High Seas Friends.
Yep, on Facebook. And we have a Thursday night live chat that we started here at 6 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys get a chance, come on by and check that out. And do we have any other news, anything that we want to leave here on point?
No, I think that's the main focus right now, that everybody's kind of, I don't want to say freak out, but very concerned about these new protocols that, Carnival had to, put on us cruisers.
Right. So we're just here to let you know that nothing's been mandated on the booster yet. So stay calm, cruise on, and I guess we're about ready to wrap it up. And hopefully you can swing by and join us for happy hour on Thursday night.
Right.
So here's to all our high seas friends. Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
We'll see you guys on the high seas. Take care and happy holidays, my friends. Bye-bye.